Thank you. Hi, I'm Charles. So Eden is a venture fund here in London focused on kind of very early stage investments across Europe. So a portfolio of about 50 companies to date, 50 investments that we've made. Typical investments for us, starts as a seed investment, as little as 150K, and then our model is basically to follow those that work, with probably a maximum amount invested, about £8 million. Average is about 5.5 million. So that's our model. In terms of the sectors, we've been particularly focused on infrastructure for telcos. So basically, we only invest in software companies. We've made quite a lot of investments in the kind of hardcore stuff that sits in networks. It happens to be an area we know a fair amount about. We've got quite a few investments in what I call broadly kind of enterprise software as a service. So cloud-based solutions, both for large enterprise and small enterprise. Very interested in kind of SaaS-based solutions for SMBs. And then we have a number of investments also in the kind of mobile app space. And the broader kind of consumer internet. We have some consumer internet investments as well. But we're particularly strong, I guess, in the kind of B2B space. In terms of some of the companies in our portfolio, Huddle in the collaboration space, Borrow, which is a retail loan business, BaseKit, SMB website builder, hosting, Brightpearl, which is a NetSuite competitor, bunch of others. So my background, software engineer originally, and I founded two companies. First was in the computer-aided design space, kind of 3D graphics, cool stuff, which I sold. And then the second was an internet business called OD2, which was one of the pioneers of music distribution, which I was fortunate enough to sell the day before Apple launched in the UK. And luck is everything in this business, believe me. So then I got into angel investing, and sort of just post the bubble, decided, shit, it's got to be easier to raise a venture fund than it is to raise follow-on capital for all these things that I've seeded. No shit, this is the true story. So with two friends who were in similar position as angel investors, we set out to raise a fund, which I still don't know how we did it. But anyway, we did manage to raise our first fund. So the lesson for me here is that I have to say that I hated venture capitalists, vulture capitalists. As an entrepreneur, they never really seemed to get what the hell I was trying to do. They asked inane questions. It was just difficult, always very difficult raising money, but I've done it multiple times. I think the one thing that I've now learned, sitting on the other side of the table, is that I never really kind of understood just the number of deals that the average VC has to process. So we process 700 deals a year at least. It's like drinking from a fire hose most of the time. So just trying to get the attention of the investor is your biggest challenge. Just a few suggestions in terms of what might help in your fundraising process. The first thing is to try and kind of build trust with the investor, because this is somebody you have to live with. So I like entrepreneurs who are kind of overly honest. They tell me all the bullshit, all the stuff that they've got problems with. Because everyone tells you about it. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. Look, we're growing at 300% a year. Very few people actually tell you what the real problems are that they're kind of dealing with. And that instantly kind of engages, at least me, because, you start to build trust, you start to build rapport. The second thing is listen. So, VCs have 600 ways to say no. It is the most difficult thing about this job because, we want to help build great businesses, but we can't fund them all, less than 1%. So we have to figure out the most polite ways of saying no. But usually in that no, there is, you know, there's an essence of, well, what is it that they're really worried about? And you need to just ask the investor and be really pedantic about, well, what is it that you don't like? You're not necessarily going to get a yes out of that, but you're going to learn a hell of a lot about what to look out for next time. I mean, those I'd say were the two key lessons, you know, just listen and try and build trust in the process as early as you can. You know, and yeah, good luck with it. Thank you.